Here's what I think I'm going to do. The head should be easier to take off than the tail actually, so I should be able to cut right through here. Now the head is all separated through the gills. Like I said, there's a lot of good eating on a fish head. So, whoops. Come on, you fella, you. Probably would have been better to wait till the head was cooked a fair bit and then done this and cut it off. I'll just flip that fellow over. Once it was cooked, it would basically fall apart in this manner. And I don't got to worry about hurting my pan. It's a cast iron frying pan. Really all I'm going to hurt is the stainless steel knife coming in contact with the cast iron. So I think this plan will work. I just got to wait for that to cook a little bit more. And then when the head's separated, I'll set it aside and we'll get the whole darn thing in there. So that's plan A for getting that whole fish in there. And we'll see what happens when we get there. I think now with the lid on there actually, I'm going to reduce that to just over 2 for the heat. It's just over 2. We're going to let that sit there and pan fry. Alright, one thing I forgot to mention, you notice I kept the skin on the fish. I did learn how to properly skin a bass, and here's the guy that caught the bass right here. My son caught it earlier today. I like to keep the skin on. The skin is where a lot of the omega oils are that are so good about eating fish. It is true that if you catch it from a body of water that's particularly polluted, that the fish will also have the skin will have a higher concentration of contaminants. But I checked the government Ministry of Natural Resources website, and this body of water is pretty clean actually where I caught it, so I'm not worried about any contaminants in the skin. Skin I find to be extremely yummy as well, so I'm not really sure, both with pike and with bass that I've eaten recently, I'm not really sure why you would skin either one of those, because the skins, like I said, have a higher concentration of the healthy omega oils, and it's just plain yummy. Alright, we're going to check that head again. It's cooked a bit more. Yeah, sure enough, look, the head comes right off once it's cooked a bit more. And we'll get that whole thing right into the pan. It's probably time to flip this guy at this point. We'll flip the head over too. And we'll just put that, yeah, we're having a bit of rice too. Put that lid back on there like that, and we're good to go. We'll give it another 5 minutes or so and we'll check it. The heat is just over 2. It's cooking well without burning it. It's going to be a really good meal. So I just flipped the head and the body again there. I don't think I'm ready yet to start checking the temperature. That's how I'll check before done this, is with my thermometer. I think it's going to be probably another 5 minutes before I do that. Doesn't matter. It's pretty hard to overcook one of these guys actually when you're doing this. You know, when you get it cooked right, the meat just falls off the bones. I also learned a couple of weeks ago how to fillet a bass and a pike, and honestly I thought it was kind of wasteful. There was a little bit of meat wasted in the process. I'd sooner do it like this. When it's cooked properly, the meat's going to fall right off the bones anyway, so the bones are just really easy to pick right out. No big deal. Okay, it's smelling really good there. Gonna get my thermometer out and we're gonna start checking some temperatures. See if this fella is cooked yet. Alright, it's going to be thick up top here, but it also tends to be really thick down near the tail. The one we cooked a couple of weeks ago, actually I wasn't the guy cooking it, but the one that was cooked a couple of weeks ago at Scout Camp was a little bit undercooked right in here between the dorsal fin and the underneath dorsal fin, whatever it's called. That tends to be a thick part on a bass anyway. So we'll just poke that fella in there, and I can see that it is not cooked yet. I'm only at about 130 degrees there. I kind of thought I'd be in a better shape by now. 130 through there. Yeah, it is definitely not cooked yet. Put that in there. No, that is a little bit surprising to me actually. But it is smelling really nicely and it's cooking up well. And the peas are done. I just tried the peas actually. The peas are just fantastic. Really fresh peas from the garden. Just got these last night. Man, those are good peas. Alright, we'll flip this guy again. Oh man, that smells good. This is going to be a good meal. We'll flip him again. And put the lid back on there. And we'll set the timer for another 5 minutes and see what we got after that. Actually, I'll set it for 7 minutes, given how low that was. And we'll see what we have after that. We're recording. Alright, we're back.
Whoa.
And we're going to check this fella again.
Is there spinach on it?
No, that's oregano.
Oregano?
Oregano and a little bit of garlic.
Why did you put that on fish?
Well, just to give it a little bit of different flavor. Alright, I suspect there's something wrong with my thermometer, which is not good.
Please, what are those from up there?
Alright, here we go. Okay, we are at 150 now, which still is not enough. In the back here, we're at 155. We're getting there. I'll give him another flip, and we'll give it another 7 minutes, and we should be good. So, over he goes.
Whoa.
We'll flip the head over.
I can see where the eye was.
Yeah, he's still there. And, yeah. Put that back in. We'll set our timer for 7 more minutes. And we should be good. Alrighty. Buzzer's gone off. Get the thermometer out. I think we should be good this time around. Let's see what's going on here. Tail portion is 170. That's perfectly 175, 177 Fahrenheit. 185 there. 175. This one's a bit low, but even at low it's 165, which is plenty fine. I would say that fish is done. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it just to warm up the other side again and start serving everything else. And we have our supper. I'll show you what it looks like when we plate it up here. Turn off the heat. And it's going to be a yummy supper.